Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are coloring in Color in Heaven presents Spring 2025. These are 48 floral springtime designs to color and enjoy. This is by multiple artists. It is Color in Heaven, and they have different ones. There's one that's the subscription, the annual, this one, the collection. And then I think they have a Mandela's one. And now I think they have a tiny one that is like the children's one. Color in Heaven Junior, I believe it is. So some of you may have seen this book. So here you go. You get this one. This is one of the seasonal bundles. Hi, Bellatini art. So I've already colored one picture in this already, but I'm coloring from this one. So this one has several different artists. This is not part of the subscription service. This one you actually do have to pay for. The subscription is you buy it and then you do that. So this one is by Deborah Mueller. Because they tell you it. Jess used to be Color Me a Pink Monkey. Okay. Nice to see you again, Jess. It gets hard to do that, so that's Secret Cast. This one is Dragonfly Dance. So what they do is they put several different ones in here. So Bees and Blooms. This is Deborah Mueller. It gets hard because people change their coloring names. Springtime Haven. So I'll do a flip through because some people have, I know there's been already flip throughs of this book. So we'll be doing a flip through first. So this one I colored. So this one is when I haven't even done a picture yet, but I colored this with what did I color this with? My King Art pencils, some colors, and the dark one. Really, I know it takes time. I was gone for a few months because I had my own issues, but then I come back. But I've been working a lot lately, so. We got this little one. I think this is a Gotha Pop. She does all these little mini ones. I think they even had in Color in Heaven had in another issue with her in. So you get springtime too. You get these little ones. Sometimes I like coloring these little ones. So I like coloring this one. And then these are the Grazia Salvo ones, which I love Grazia Salvo images. Like this one is what I call a light grayscale one. Some of you remember I used to have a coloring book. Yeah, I'm doing better. I've just been working a little bit more than normal, so that's why I haven't been on as much. So then you do, this one is also Grazia Salvo. This one has a grayscale, but I'm going to color this book in pencil. So some of these images are very much. No, it's just, I've been also a little tired. My brother's dog is staying with us. He's a French bulldog. He's 5 years old, I think, 45 pounds. So he's been here a lot. So we've been taking care of him or pet sitting him. So this is by Labinosa Colorings. I've never heard of this one before, so this is a new artist to me. These are cute. This one is Alexandra Deneman. This is Easter Garden, and this is the one that we will be coloring today. We'll be coloring number 17. Another Alexandra Deneman. I like the spring ones. Now, according to Color in Heaven, there's going to be 4 issues of this series, which is their season bundle, as they call it. So I have not purchased the other 3 bundles yet because I like to see what I'm purchasing. Alexandra Deneman. This is really nice. One. Hanging Delights. Wings and Blooms. Wild Rose. I don't know how I feel about this one being Wild Rose. This one is different. Perfect Petals. I know there's so many things that you could want to get. I mean, Kirby's coming out with a new book this month. His new book releases. What is his new book? Dark Fairy Tales. So that one is nice. Skyward Stems. Now, I actually, right before I even purchased this one, I actually did wait for the flip through to see if it was something I would be interested in. You know, not everything is going to be a hit on this. The new Kirby book, some people have said they don't like the new Kirby book, but I looked at that book and I like that book. You could do a whole lot of that book. I mean, some people say it's a little too horror. So Alexandra Denneman. I like Alexandra Denneman a lot in this book. I don't know why. And they have a lot of Deborah Mueller in there. Deborah Mueller does so many books. It's like, it's almost impossible to keep up with everything she does. Springtime Collection. I almost chose this one. Kirby's new books looks really good. Some people have said that they don't like the book because they feel it's a little too dark. But I'm like, it all depends on how you color it. Sometimes I see things colored and then I'm like, oh, I want to color that, but I would color it a little bit differently than that person. So sometimes I have to see something colored. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? I know you've gone through a lot lately. So how is your breathing been? I know you went through a lot this last month, Michelle. So this is, what is this one? Flower Friends, Alexandra. That's good. Primrose Cottage. And now we get to one of my favorite illustrators, Carolina Kubakowska. Yes, she is a true warrior. Yes. So this is Carolina Kubakowska's book, Crystal Dreams. Nature's Embrace. I think some of these, if I'm not mistaken, some of these pictures I've seen before in what's the book? Imaginary Friends. But you see, I like the ones with multiple illustrators because then it's not just one illustrator. Carolina Kubakowska, she does things like, you know her as the Imaginary Friends, Circle of Nature. What was the other one? Oh, she's done a few things in it. The Dreams book, Other Side of Sleep. So she's done a lot of things. I think she's a Polish artist. Nature Stories. Yeah, we can show 39. I believe I've done this one. Actually, I believe I've done this one already in another book. I think this picture was in Imaginary Friends. So that's that one. Nature Stories. So we have 7 more. We're doing the Easter one because I never really, In My Place. Yeah, this one I did in Imaginary Friends. This is a picture in Imaginary Friends too. So sometimes they will take pictures from other books that they've done and put them in here. This is by Desi Georgioff. Now, Desi Georgioff has an Etsy store. I've colored, so as some of you may have seen, I started this one, but I haven't finished it yet. So I just did the hair. And this hair was done with the King Art pencils. The purple was done with the Calor pastels. Well, you buy these Color in Heavens through their website. I believe I put a link down below in my description box where you can purchase the Color in Heaven magazines, because you could either buy the subscription, but the Color in Heaven Presents ones like these don't come as part of the subscription, so you have to purchase them separately. This is Spring Dreams. He is in love. Sweet Tender Morning. Now, what's funny about this image is that I colored this image as a PDF a few years back. So, well, I think, the thing too is when I moved, I had to evaluate my coloring book collection. So I gave a lot away. I mailed some to my younger cousins. I gave a lot of my coloring book away. I only kept a portion of the collection, what I really liked, what I didn't like. So, and then, there are things. And then this is Leslie. I like this little King Charles Cavalier. This is the thing that I have a problem, which is coloring the animals. So, yeah, I know, when you move and everything is, once you move to a smaller house or a smaller place, it's different. You change your whole things. So here is the Easter one. Coloring Easter Garden, and this is by Alexandra Denneman. So if you hear the dog bark, if you hear bark, that is the dog. So please, nobody freak out. So. Sorry, I'm looking for which pencils. So, what is he growling about now? Well, I have these squirrels. They like to come in my yard and dig everything up. So this is from Finding the Lost Girl pencils, which currently they're sold out of these right now. These are a really good budget-friendly pencil. I really enjoy these pencils. You saw Kimura. It's okay. So Yes, to my hey coloring view. I didn't realize that you were here. Thank you. Um, yes, I did. I changed it to the correct address, so this way you would ship it. Because remember, you said to me, be sure you change the thing in there, so to make sure it was the right address, which I did. Because I had it on the old address and didn't realize that until you said something in that last stream I was in. So now we're gonna go to my pastels, my color pastels, which I really like these color pastels. Someone asked me, well, would you get them again? I absolutely would get these pencils, except when I bought them, they were called pastels. Now they're called the macaroons. So they keep changing what some of these pencils are called, which drives me a little crazy. Someone asked me, what pencils would you get again? I would definitely get Finding the Lost Girl pencils. I would not get my King Art pencils again. I just think they're very hard to use. Some pencils are harder to use than anything. Yeah, so kind of been a little busy. You know, I celebrated my birthday. Yeah, you know, like this week was my birthday, so I'm very happy about that. So everything has been good, you know. Well, happy belated birthday because it was actually on Thursday. I didn't feel very good. I had like a stomach bug, so I wasn't feeling very good on Thursday. I still felt terrible on. I would not get the King Art pencils again. I don't really. Did you lock him away?
Yeah.
My mother put the dog in the other room because she thinks he's going to make too much noise. You see what happens when you press too hard with your pencil? It breaks. You notice that some pencils work really well with other pencils and then other pencils don't work well. But I'm finding, are you kidding me? This keeps breaking. If that keeps happening. Yes, I am pet sitting. Sorry, guys, I had to get my other pencils sharpeners. And yes, we are pet sitting. His name is Oz. He is a 5-year-old French bulldog. His color is dark black. I don't know what's happening because this keeps breaking on me. Yes, he's staying with us for the next few days. He's staying with us for how many days? 10?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. He's staying with us. My brother is away in Japan. So, I'm sure that's a trip my brother will never forget. Mom is doing well, so I don't really mind it so much. I had dogs a long time ago, Jess. So I had a dog for about, what, 8, 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
I had another dog 8, 10 years. So if you see me put something to the side, that means it's no longer good because the pencil keeps breaking no matter which sharpener I use. So that means that one is now. I'm going to use the Finding the Lost Girl pencils for the green. There is something really nice about doing Easter pictures because there's like nice colors in this. Did you guys also hear about who was it that just went out of business? And so now their books are going to be super hard to get, which was Color Ya decided that they're no longer doing coloring books. Which yeah, they are, so that's that color. Yeah, no, I don't think I got you that one actually, Michelle. I think that was somebody else who gave you that one. Yeah, they're no longer going to make books, so I think it was just too prohibitive for them to make books. Plus, you have to remember, a lot of the books that they made were international, so a lot of people here in the States couldn't get their books easily. I think the last book I bought from them was the Color and Adventures one. And I had to go through, who did I go through? Amazon France. I couldn't even go through the traditional Amazon to get it. So I've also been rewatching, what have I been rewatching? Once Upon a Time on Disney Plus. I loved Grimm so much that I actually started watching Once Upon a Time. And I didn't realize how many people, some of my favorite actors at the time were in that show, and had crossed out. There were a lot of actors who were in both Lost and Once Upon a Time. And what's funny is do you remember there was a Creative Haven coloring book that everybody loved? It was the Mandela book. It was the first. Oh, tell Ivy Joe I say hello. That's your Yorkie, right? Oh, it was like that Mandela book, stained glass windows or stained glass mandalas. I feel like I'm behind, but I feel like what I get, and then I'm happy having so many books, but I'm working through those first. Rose Windows was the name of the book. That's right. What is this one? Lilac. Gets hard because sometimes you buy so much stuff and then you're like, why do you have so much stuff? And then you're like, well, do you really need it or do you not need it? I finished that book too, so it's kind of like, I think what happened was a few people bought that, then everybody started working in it, and then it became like a big craze, that book, Rose Windows. I wish Creative Haven would make another version of that book, like a Rose Windows too. And this is the Color Pastel. No, I do want to show you guys something I've been working on. So I'm going to show you a diamond painting I've been working on. So this is March 2nd was where I was on the picture. So you guys know that's a diamond painting that I've been working on. So some of you may have seen this. So that's where I am right now on the diamond painting. So I've been working on that. So that's where I was on March 2nd. So that was where I last was on it. But the month before, I'm trying to remember where all the diamond paintings are. Oh, that was the dragon from last month. So you see where I was kind of on February 1st. That was where I was on February 1st. So I've made I think I've made what do you call a significant amount of progress on that painting. I have enjoyed coloring in this book. It really is a nice book. Pink and red here. I love my Holbeins. They have such bright colors. Yes, that's my mother's chair. She likes so much. This is called Evergreen. These are the Holbeins. What I like about them is I don't even have to press hard on these, and I get great color payout on this. No, I don't really ever use that. And I have been reading, I'm rereading Akatar. That's A Crown of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I haven't read it in about 15 years. I remember reading it like many, many years ago, but that's from one book club. The other book club we're reading Sword Heart, which is very good. I actually like the humor in it. Okay, thank you, Bellatini Art, for telling me that. I probably will be going out later for dinner with my mother around there, but I will try and see if I can. If I do not make it, I will watch the replay. But I will try to make it. If I can. What is 5 Pacific? 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm trying to remember the time. You know, sometimes I have to remember I'm on I'm no longer on the East Coast. When I first came here, I had to remember that I'm no longer on that time. These little flowers can be orange. And these little flowers can be orange. Oh yeah, I'm in California, so this is, I don't know what color this is, but this is a color pastel. This is another green. That's a nice green. Oh, so what are you? You're not a Pisces. You're the one after Pisces. So, I feel like during Halloween we use bright, um, darker colors, and then during Christmas we use a lot of reds, blues, Christmassy colors. But, during Easter we can use a whole lot more bright pastel colors, which is always fun to kind of color the different seasons. Oh, you're like you're the same sign as my brother, Aries. It's always sometimes gets kind of hard to remember which case every pencil's in. I want a nice orange color for that, like a yellowish orange. And of course, I found it in the. Each set has their own pencil case. Except for one. When the kids come over, I put all the, like the Crayolas, the budget friendly ones. I even have the old 100 set of Crayolas in their own case. So I never made a swatch. I think I believe I made an old swatch chart of that. I still haven't done that yet. I believe I have the 76 set of luminance. Someone asked me, am I going to get the, what do they call them? Am I going to get the additional 24 colors for that set? I probably am not because I just have so many pencils as it is. I don't feel like I need the extra 24. I'm not going to put a background in this because I feel like that would just. How do you store them anyway? Because I've seen people do what is called the bookcase storage method, or they do something like how I do it. And then I saw somebody do it like in an old one of their old market cases. They put the so and there. So this is Carmine OP042. Oh, You did? Oh, you built it. When you say we, do you mean a boyfriend, husband, significant other? Oh, you and your wife built it. That's wonderful. Guess you and your wife are very handy. Oh, really? You built a bus? I like this red very much. That seems very, uh, I don't know if I could do that. What I'm going to do here is make this like a beige color. I believe that I have the beige color in. Where do I have that beige color? Really? That would be like an awesome thing to get done. You built the engine yourself? What color is this? I'm not exactly sure. This is called one something. This is one of the weirder color names from Holbein. Sometimes I can't even name some of these colors. Wow, you're turning. You know, it's kind of interesting, like, because usually you can do like a lot of pastels, and I usually see them. I want to do pastels in this. One of the reasons I purchased this edition is because it had a lot of great seasonal pictures, and not just Easter. It had florals, it had people in it. You know, it had some different things in it that I liked. You know, so like I like coloring people. I like coloring landscape. You know, and it had some Easter stuff in it, which I don't have a whole lot of Easter stuff, I think, in my collection, but doesn't mean I can't turn some of the gnome pictures into Easter pics. Gnomes can be made into Easter pigs. This is Orchid. This is the new Prismacolor color. And yes, this is the new purple. Thank you. I don't get to color as much anymore, you know. A lot happened in the 3 years you were gone, you know. So, you know, I moved, my health changed, my situation changed. So there's a lot of things that kind of changed. Deco pink. I'm happy I can do this today. Oh no. I'm looking for a blue. Hmm. So this is a Kahlua Wild 26. You see, I'm almost done with this one too. I hope he feels better too. I'm gonna do orange. This is Finding the Lost Girl. They are currently right now out of stock, these pencils. So someone asked me one of my favorite budget-friendly pencils, and I would still say the Black Widows, but these come a close second to the Black Widows. My favorite the pencils I use the most are the Prismas, and some would argue they're my favorite. I don't know if they're my favorite or just my most used, but here's the thing about the Prismas. You can blend with them, you can layer with them, you can do skin tones with them easily. At least I can. Other people have said they have not found them easy and that they break easily. But here's the thing, the Prismas are a very thinner pencil, so when you color with them, and I color with them quite a lot, so they do break if you press too hard with them. So that's the other thing you have to keep in mind when you're coloring with certain pencils. Will these work the same as if I'm coloring with something else? So this is Finding the Lost Girl as well. What is BW? The Black Widows are good pencils. They really are. And some people said, well, they had such a hard, I remember back in the day, the black people said, oh, my Black Widows don't work very well. But if you know how to use Prismas, you can kind of use, if you know how to use Prismas, then you can use the Black Widows. Because if you think about the Black Widows and the way they were originally made thinner. And then they changed the way they were made. And they're Blackwood pencils. They're not the same as the other pencils. And that they're thinner pencil like the Prismas. So you see, I enjoyed this picture very much so. So I'm waiting for the Kirby book to arrive. Yeah, I did get the new Kirby book. I'm looking forward to that. And then they showed, Color in Heaven showed what the next issue of the subscription is going to be. Who is it? Fantasy Romance by Fabiana Treye. So I did see a preview of it. Dark Fairy Tales is the name of the new Kirby book. It's a darker fairy tales. So if you like your coloring a little bit darker, I recommend this book. Some people said they were not getting the book because they found that they just didn't like the theme of the book. So that's that. I said I was reading Akatar. I've read a lot of that. I'm rereading it after 15 years for a book club. So I'm reading that. Then I'm reading Sword Heart for the Romantasy book club that I attend the last Monday of every month. That's Romantasy is romance and fantasy. So that's that one. I'm reading Sword Heart. So we haven't picked. I think so. There was a flip of it. Somebody had a flip of it on YouTube. I don't remember. There are a few flips of it. Yeah, there are a few people who put up flips of it. Some people got an advance copy of it, so there were a few flips of that. And then I'm reading the Becky Lynch book. the Becky Lynch autobiography, not not your ordinary girl. The man. I think the name of the book is the story of not your ordinary girl by Rebecca Quinn. Rebecca Quinn is Becky Lynch's real name. So she has an autobiography out, and it's really, really very, very good. So I needed something a little contemporary to read. So that's what I did there. So I hope you guys look at this book and say that you like the colors on it a lot. I do too. So what did we use? Finding the Lost Girl pencils, Color pastels, Prismacolor colored pencils, and some Holbeins. And we used our AFMAT pencil sharpener, one of these little ones. These you can get like in any art supply store. I highly recommend getting these besides these crank ones, because when your pencils get really small and you can't use the crank ones, these are really useful for that. What is called Reflections. No, it's called Dark Fairy Tales. If I believe so, it has a picture of a castle, and then it says Dark Fairy Tales on it. So that's that one. I remember a while back Kirby said he wasn't going to be doing any books, and then I think he took a break for a while. Kirby Rosanus. I'm sure there's one. Somebody has one somewhere. Hold on. I believe I have it. May have one in my view history. Just let me. Sophie Colors has one up, and Color with Claire has one. Hold on, I'm going to copy Claire's thing. Here's the flip of Kirby's book. Yeah. Color with Claire, I think, is the one that gave the first one, and then Sophie Colors also had a flip of that. Some people didn't like the darkness of it, but I like it. I think dark is okay if that's what you're into. Some people don't like it. I remember seeing a flip of it. I don't remember why, but it was there. So, and I'm sure there are other books I have not read yet. So, I know that in the fall, Diana Gabaldon said this year. I said right before the last season of Outlander is supposed to drop, either this year or next year, that the last Outlander book will be out. She said so. She's actually, how do you put it? She's coordinating the last book to coincide with the last season of the TV series. Diana Gabaldon said so. What is the Outlander? I think the first 4 or 5 seasons are out on Netflix, but I love it to pieces. So that's another book that I'm thinking about rereading the series again. I still have the first Outlander book. I might reread that series. I have the red book. Oh my God, the books are different. The books are a lot more, the TV series, I will say the first 2 seasons are pretty true to the book. Somewhat, they're different. I would say that the books are far more, how shall we put this nicely? The books are a lot more grittier. I know a lot more violent than what they show on TV, if you could get much more violent. So I will put that out there. So yeah, the books are far better, are better in some ways. The TV series can only do so much. The Some of the stuff that was in the TV series was not in the books. They changed some of that stuff around. And then some of the stuff that's in the books isn't in the TV series. So, the thing is, you have to remember this is an adaptation, Outlander, so keep that in mind. Nothing is ever going to be the same. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and this one is by Alexandra Denenman. She is one of the artists who um, is in a lot of Color in Heavens, but she usually doesn't get a book by herself. She usually gets it with several other illustrators. And I want to say, everybody have a wonderful weekend and have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.